Hi, it's Wasabi, welcome back to the channel. Today's battle is on the Live Oaks map and we've got ChenShiHuangBuBu, otherwise known as Dash Moshi. Now Moshi's in the T-54, Tier 9 Soviet medium tank. It's one of the original medium tanks in the game actually, and it used to be a completely feared tank. They would used to wolf pack together and just absolutely decimate games, but now, yeah, there's a lot more tank selection these days. So anyway, T-54, it's a good training tank for crews to, particularly as it leads to, well, it used to lead to two medium tanks, the Object 140, which it still does, and the T-62A, which is now a collector's vehicle. So you used to have to basically research two medium tanks from it, so you'd always get good crews out of that. But these days, yeah, obviously you can get your crews up to speed with lots of other tools. Anyway, the Top Gun. The heat round is the premium round, and it has a penetration of 330 millimeters, which is just absolutely amazing. And this caused the tank to be known as the Heat 54. Okay, Moshi is basically got a whole flood of enemy tanks heading this way and just absolutely taxing them. So only put 2 shots in so far, but this is causing them to slow down a little bit. Now, of course, like most Soviet medium tanks, it's got a pretty good turret shape, which will help you bounce rounds, and good mobility, and a pretty good gun. So it's a all-round good package. And let's see how Moshi plays this area. Now you can see the terrain is very sloped here, so you've just got to find the right angles on the ground. Now Moshi's pulling back here to basically avoid being swamped. The Carnarvon Action X that's there not reacting in time, and is going to be basically surrounded and swamped here. So while they're focusing on the Carnarvon, Moshi's going to again keep putting shots in. So switching to standard rounds now, knowing that most of the tanks there doesn't need the full penetration capabilities. And you can see bouncing a few rounds that are coming in as well. You really do want to be using as many useful things like vertical stabilizer, etc., to play this sort of style as you're going backwards and forwards. So you want to minimize your gun bloom, so all the crew skills you need. And Moshi's managed to get rid of, or help get rid of the E75 TS. And it's up to 2k of damage already, and we're just in the 4th minute of the game. So you can see the enemies basically had to stall at this position just to work out how they're going to overcome the pushback here. So they're not getting too high. But Moshi wants to make sure that he gets wind of what they're doing before they get too far. So when they now that 7-1 there is basically just in the right position there, using a hold down position, but to get access to tanks that are further down, we'll have to come up over the top just like that Basante did. And Moshi's picking up a bit of assisted damage here as well. It hasn't got the best gun depression, so typical for a Russian medium, so you do have to come up a little bit here, but yeah, manages to put a snapshot there into the lever. But you can see there's a whole mass of enemy tanks here now. There's only 2 tanks defending, but as you can see, because they've been slowed down, there's more opportunities to put shells into them. Alright, so Centurion Action X goes down, so there's a couple of TDs helping as well, which is good. That shot bounces off the lever. There's some shots you can't penetrate with, so switching back to premium rounds here. And just holding the shot on the Bisonte. It wasn't going to be a good pen, but managed to go through the turret of the lever there. So one more shot I think on the lever, and that's good night. Oh, it takes a big hit from the Borsig that's up on the railway tracks. 635 damage is not something you want to keep doing. So Moshi just making sure he's checking all the angles, making sure he's not getting into a crossfire or getting exposed too much, particularly to the TDs. He wants to bait a shot from the TD if possible and jump up and put some shots back in. Yeah. Bisonte goes down, lever goes down, so now tide has turned a little bit. Manages to put a shot into the Borsig, but takes a hit from the 7-1. So paying the price a little bit from being a bit too overexposed, but got 3k of damage, so doing pretty well here. Lines up a shot on the Centurion, goes through, but takes a hit in return, and taking down to 48 hit points. So this is make or break time at the moment. Needs to have them distracted. Just getting opportunistic shots now, because you can't really sit out in the open and trade anymore. We're not with that amount of hit points. Gets a kill shot on the Centurion, that's pretty handy. And here's a T-54 now by itself. So Moshi can go in, puts a nice shot in here, and runs around and gets a dead tank in between him and the T-44, but luckily he doesn't have to deal with the T-44, the TS5 takes them out. But a good bit of tactics there, just putting in a drive-by shot, but running straight for cover and having a dead tank there really close by for cover. Right, so they turned the game around a bit. They were behind in tanks earlier, but now they've got a lead of 3 tanks, but they've only got a very small lead in hit points, so they've got quite a few damaged tanks. Part of that is Moshi with 48 hit points, not helping there. So Moshi's keeping low here, just to try and stay out of line of sight of any particular TDs, etc. And you can see from the minimap they're pretty much all in town now. There's ELC somewhere, and actually the ELC's in town as well, so I think all of the remaining tanks are in town apart from the Struve. In fact, there's the Struve. The Struve is actually moving up. So it's very much becoming a game of attrition. The enemy team is basically trading hit points pretty evenly with Moshi's team, which is not a good sign. Moshi coming up here, just trying to get to the edge of view range to put in safe shots without getting exposed. But just needs to be careful about this Struve that's there as well. Yeah, how can Moshi help? Okay, nice side shots here on the Conqueror. Goes straight through the side. Conqueror's down to a 1 shot, looks like. And there's a side shot on the G-Saw. Same thing, takes the G-Saw down to 1 shot. Now, Moshi getting lit here, doesn't want to take a hit. The G-Saw fires back, but it goes overhead. So just staying here till he gets dark, and he can come out again. And looks like deciding to change angles to either support the ELC or get a different angle on those enemy tanks in town. So it's basically, yeah, fairly even battle at the moment. TS5 is away on the other side of the map, got no influence on what's going on at the moment. Struve K is almost full health, but staying low, and again not really getting into the game, so a bit of a stalemate at the moment. 5 minutes to go. Oh, Scorpion G's taking hits and in fact goes down, so that's very hard to see ELC at work. Moshi decides to come down to another part of the map. Perhaps they're going to cap or not, that's the question. Well, ELC's gone on cap. Striv hasn't been seen for a little while, so not sure where that is. And it looks like I'm actually coming right to the back of the map to perhaps support the ELC from behind. Yep, okay. That's what's going on. So it's going to circle around, come back through the trees, and try and defend the ELC from behind, assuming the ELC is going to spot anything coming his way. Okay, there's the Striv. Has actually gone down into the dip. Moshi's trying to line it up. Yep, gets a nice shot in. That's gone dark. Now luckily Moshi didn't get lit there. ELC even is heading this way as well. I'm not sure what that Striv K is doing. It's definitely not really helping trying to defend here. ELC's got more than half the cap points going now. And there's the enemy ELC just coming up. Can Moshi get a hit? Oh, the ELC managed to get a reset going. Fires a couple of blind shots, but yeah, a bit hard to tell whether that ELC stayed in that one spot. G-Saw actually takes out the ELC, so there goes the cap pressure right now. Still pretty even in remaining hit points, and they're now one behind in guns. Test fire's finally come round on to the city side, and it looks like they're working with IS-2 to get rid of the Conqueror. Side shot on the IS-3. What can we do here? No. Too many targets. Fires towards the ELC but doesn't hit, but again luckily doesn't get spotted. Might be time to take out the IS-3. Yep, nice hit goes in. Very much a one-shottable tank now. And gets the kill. So that's good work. And there's the G-Saw. Oh, no shot. Gone down below. And you can see the G-Saw's quite range, so right outside of the draw range of where Moshi is. And gets another kill there. So coming in really close. Moshi's got 3 kills so far. There's only 2 tanks remaining, but the Striv and the ELC, both of them very stealthy. And there's only 2.5 minutes to go, so what can they do to win this? Go after those 2. Probably get shot coming in. TS5's got 796 hit points. Oh, unfortunately that missed. Now Moshi's been lit, so hopefully he doesn't get shot. Oh, gets a nice shot into the Striv. Moshi's lit though, doesn't want to be a target. One more shot on the Striv and gets the kill. That's good. Where is the ELC? That's only 1 minute 51. They need to cap or kill that ELC, but the ELC is nowhere to be found. This is probably time to get on cap. But they need the tanks with some hit points to get on cap as well in case that ELC pops up and tries to reset. It's only 1 minute 34 now, and alright, Moshi's saying he's going to go and look for the ELC, but that IS-2-2 needs to get on the cap. They really need to get 2 or 3 tanks on cap to make this a win. With 2 tanks on, they can just do it. So, question is, where's that ELC going to pop up, if at all? And are they going to be able to cap? 30 seconds of capture time left and 44 seconds in the game. If that ELC comes and gets a reset, then that is not going to be a win. Now, I'm actually expecting to come up from the railway side, but it's really hard to tell. Well, she's got only cap points, so trying to hide behind the TS5, I think. But, oh yeah, there you go. Gets the reset. So now 20 seconds to go to cap, but there's only 12 seconds left in the game. So that LC's managed to get a draw out of nowhere. they could go after it, but yeah, probably not going to get there. Not enough time. The game is over. 5 seconds to go on the cap. It's a draw. So that was an ace tanker game there for Moshi. Got the second mark of excellence on his gun for continued damage at a high level. Tank sniper medal, high caliber for the most damage. Steel wall as well. Let's have a look at that in a second. And the Confederate medal. 6.7k of direct damage, 1.3 or nearly 1.4 of assisted damage, so that's just over 8k of combined damage and 4 kills. So in terms of the team, top in experience and damage on both teams, 994 base, then a draw, that's a very high level. And we'll look at the Courageous Resistance Award to see what the base would have been if it was a win. Ice 2-2 finished with 2.4k, and looks like the Borask got 3k or 3.1k. Sorry, so it's a Scorpion G. I always get confused with the Rhymedal in front. Yeah, it didn't survive. And that's Driv K got taken as well, but only did 1.5k, so not a great result there. That ELC, yeah, great result there for that tanker. 3.4k as a light tank, bottom tier as well. Pretty special result there as well. So shout out to Yamatosis. And the G-Saw got 3k as well. So yeah, some good results there from both sides really. So a draw is probably not a bad result there. Anyway, Moshi fired 30 shots, 27 hit and 23 of those penetrated. 2.1k of blocked damage. Yes, that's pretty significant. That's again the strength of the turret basically, and that sort of fairly hull down position he was taking. Did have some personal reserves running, so just made a profit of 11.5k. And here we go with the Courageous Resistance Award. Let's have a look at there. Nearly 1.6k really of base experience would have been earned in a winning battle. So again, very high level of performance there. So great result there for Moshi in terms of personal outcomes, but not a great result there in terms of the game outcome. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing. We will have more great content through the week. And thanks for watching.